Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Market Check, brought to you by Because Bitcoin. There is no second best live YouTube stream to talk about markets. Welcome back, guys, on the eve of Thanksgiving. We're going to have a great show for you today, talking about obviously the markets, and maybe we even throw some jokes in there about what we're going to end up eating. I promise no horse burger commentary. At least not at tomorrow's dinner table for me, but I can't guarantee that it won't come out on Market Check here today. But welcome, guys. Like I said, we're going to have a great show for you. I'm Snorlax. You also know me as Tommy. I'm joined by Tucker, Jackus, and of course, Max. Before we can start cooking, before we can get too deep into the alpha and maybe even some conversation about Tucker's turducken, I'm going to ask if you guys can hit the like button for us. Let's run it up. I mean, who is in the holiday spirit right now, right? I know the market's kind of down, but it is, after all. I mean, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I love being around friends and family. I love eating lots of food. And yeah, I mean, as Jack has shown us, Thanksgiving at the dinner table, we're going to have to talk about our coins a little bit, but all right, let's get serious. Let's talk about the markets. I mean, realistically, Bitcoin has been more or less chopping within a fairly tight range for the last 3 or 4 days, right? We're kind of building compression once again. Is this going to result in more downside? Is this going to be the beginning of a larger bounce within the market? Obviously, the market has been, we'll call it oversold, even though I hate that word. Since it broke down from its 6 to 7 month range on Bitcoin. Altcoins have been discernibly stronger, I feel like, than Bitcoin, with a few notable examples. I mean, obviously, we have the Monad launch that's taking up a lot of mind share recently. Zcash did look very strong. I think it is beginning to look a little bit weak. We'll have to talk about that. Yeah, I'm sure we'll, and of course, we got to talk about hype strength as well. So yeah, kind of a mixed bag with altcoins, which isn't anything new versus what we've seen over the last few weeks. Once again, though, we're probably going to get a better feel for our direction based on Bitcoin and obviously ETH. But equities, they kind of just continue to do their own thing. While crypto continues to be slow to recover, Google, I mean, just absolutely melting face higher, which is ripping the indexes higher, crushing volatility. Does it open the door for a Christmas rally, guys? We're going to talk about it on today's show, but welcome. But I can't remember if I asked you guys this last year, but I'm going to ask you again. What is your favorite Thanksgiving food?
That's tough. I mean, dark meat turkey is hard to beat. I mean, as you guys know, this year I did make a turducken, so that's probably going to take the top spot. But stuffing's great. It's hard to pick one. I mean, Thanksgiving is by far not my favorite, one of my favorite holidays, right? It's Christmas and Thanksgiving. They're neck and neck. Like, Thanksgiving is low-key underrated. So, yeah, I'll have to go with dark meat turkey until tomorrow when I have the turducken that I made for the first time. But yeah.
I'm excited to hear about
No. Let me rephrase that. CZ spends his kids to buy more BNB. I'm just joking.
Oh, you're joking. That's.
I'm excited to hear about the turducken. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, Tommy, it's glorious.
Is it already done?
Yeah, it's done. It's basically this. It looks about that good. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't look that good. A little more, but I had to debone a chicken myself, a duck, and a turkey. Debone all of them myself, and I'm not a butcher. Okay, so
I'm not a butcher.
It was really, I was like watching YouTube and like it was insane. But
Butcher of Blaviken.
Yeah, but Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna taste better than it looks. What's your guys' Thanksgiving choice though?
Stuffing.
Mm,
Has to be stuffing.
yeah, Max.
I am a bit of a sucker for the stuffing too, but I think it's about creating like the perfect bite. Honestly, it's not
Oh.
just one thing; it's the combo, right? It's the aggregated bite. Okay, you don't want just one. You want dark meat turkey, maybe a little bit of mashed potatoes with gravy and stuffing, all in one bite, perfectly weighted index. Okay.
Mhm. Have you ever done that and gone like dinner roll, mashed potato, turkey stuffing dinner roll, and just
Absolutely.
oh my
Absolutely, I
God.
have. I mean, look, I'm in a different like I'm playing a different game than most people at Thanksgiving, right? And that's the truth is like to even answer the question of what's your favorite food, it's like real like champions of Thanksgiving, like professionals like myself. You know that's a trick question. You know,
Mhm.
you don't answer that. It's not about the it's about the aggregated, you know. It's about how it all blends together. But yeah, I can't answer the question. I won't play this little game of I won't be boxed into thinking I should have a favorite. I shouldn't. Professionals, high level Thanksgiving enjoyers like myself, it's about the aggregated bite. And I think real like warriors of Thanksgiving understand that,
Yeah, for
And
sure.
now you would typically ask me, but if you had to pick one of the two, which one would it be?
Yeah, if you had to pick. But I won't. I won't. I can't do it.
I was just talking to Jackets before the show, and I was telling him to eat some turkey tomorrow, just cause. But he was saying that November 11th they eat goose, which is what basically like your Thanksgiving, Jackets.
Yeah, but it's not the way we like celebrate it. So we rather like around this time we usually celebrate the most is 17th November, which is sort of like our Independence Day, sort of when we broke out of communism. So that's like what we celebrate the most. But we do celebrate the Goose Day. It's Saint Martin's Goose Day,
Mm-hmm.
or like it's the Saint Martin's, and we celebrate it by eating the goose,
Mm-hmm.
which I like. But it's not like the way you guys give your Thanksgiving. We have yeah.
I like it. I don't think I've had goose, honestly.
No, you
No,
should have it. It's really good. You should come to Czech and have it with good Czech dumplings and Czech beer, and it's like you will not want to leave.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it really is. It's different taste, different environment.
Well, is the market going to do anything over Thanksgiving?
Volatility died earlier this week.
Yeah, big time. Still in a range. Still in a range.
Decision time soon.
Yeah, are we having fun in this range right here?
Well, I was saying before the show that today we are going to watch the 5-second chart, and we will make some killer
Oh,
200-hour trades and retire our family.
Yes, that's what they come here for.
what do we
On
make
this-
of IWM, guys?
I say that our industry is getting crimed down, while RWM is saying what they're supposed to happen to the space here. But yeah,
So we're getting cheated once again.
yeah, you joined the newest, most thrilling, innovative industry only to get crime down.
Well, at least we can get in cheap valuations for the most. Yeah.
The mirror. Oh, Tommy, you're being asked to explain some things.
I mean, what do I need to explain that I haven't already said, man? I think that I think we're loading a very large move higher on the VIX, whether that's going to be in the near term or in a few weeks, few months. It's coming.
I can't believe
volatility this week, though, which makes me think it's going to be a few week thing. But
look what they
what?
Look what they did to my boy.
I know, it's disgusting. But look, I mean, I think the crux of it is you see crypto sell off often before you see it kind of like a downturn affect equities, and then you typically see them sell off in unison for the last leg down. I think that's still what we're going to end up seeing. Unfortunately, it does seem like the process is going to take longer than I thought, which does, oh man, I hate that might be the case. I just don't really think that it's super likely for Bitcoin to be recovered from here.
Wait, there was one comment. Where the fuck is it?
Need it, Jackass.
No, I think I mean, I think if we are going to talk about like equities ripping to new highs and obviously what that would entail, it's probably driven by Google for one, more so than like Nvidia, but which is, you know, obviously a big difference. And we talked about this before. The Mag 7's resilience is largely due to the fact that you can always have like a different one pumping at a given time. But again, you know, when I think the same reasons that led to my bearishness a few weeks ago are really still there, right? Like Nvidia looks to me like it wants a larger correction. We already saw a larger correction in crypto, but you know, we do often see crypto kind of make that first high time frame leg down before equity markets, and then everything can generally sell off in unison for that final leg down, which is I still think probably what's going to end up happening. It's just kind of on an undefined time frame, which isn't, I know that's not like super helpful, but I don't know. I think if Bitcoin is still like more or less chopping around the April low by like early to mid December, then I think you're going to get some pretty big relief rally, more so for altcoins than Bitcoin, because I am a respecter of the fact that we have a bunch of supply underwater from treasury companies. But you know, I can't remember, I was on the afternoon call yesterday. I was looking at some of these charts, and you know, if we are going to get that relief bounce, even like a meme coin that's down minus 95, minus 99% from the highs, that can give you like a few multiples of return and still maintain like a euthanasia coaster type of price action. We were looking at MOG, for example, right? And I don't want to buy MOG ever again, but you know, that thing can bounce and double or triple and then keep doing the euthanasia coaster. But yeah, I mean, I think that given what we're seeing out of the VIX, it does kind of seem more likely now that that we get some form of shoulder into like the end of the year, probably even the end of January, where we see altcoins rally.
Yeah, I mean, I just I don't know. I can't get super bullish until the end of the month, honestly, or until you flip like this, you know. But both of which
I would argue that we're still holding weekly structure, like the important one.
yeah.
It's not completely cooked yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna go off the closes. So yeah, I like this. I like this little area. Yeah, that's really your line in the sand. I mean, you have had like all the RSIs flipped down. I'm pretty sure, like all the high time frame, like your classic MACD stock and RSI are all looking. I mean, actually, stock is trying to bottom, but
here's the thing too, is I think by the time if this was gonna hold here, right? By the time the weekly MACD crosses, we'd be much higher than here, right?
if we just want to look at MACD, I think MACD paints maybe the most bearish picture of all of them.
Yeah.
Like you just went. I mean, unless you're trying to do something like this, you know. Yeah, when it crossed you.
Can you look at COVID MACD? I'm not really looking at MACD, but just wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a Chad RSI enjoyer.
That's crazy. Like barely, it was too fast for the MACD to even like catch up.
Man, that's stochastic.
On what?
That's stochastic. On the weekly, looks horrible.
This? The
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does ETH look? Oof. I mean, still above the 0 line, which is good, but oof.
Yeah.
Still oof.
I mean, you still had this, garbage while this whole thing was going down, right? And I was looking at that a second ago, like, ETH put in a 65% shoulder. That's not a small move at all. I don't think it's from here. I just don't think it's from here. I think it's from lower if you're even going to do it. I mean, 65%, that's not even a shoulder. That's back to the highs. So like
this is true. This is true. IWM is what ETH should have looked like. But you have joined the best industry in the world where crime is allowed.
Like I could see this as your shoulder if you were going to do that. But I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think you're going to get this, and then this, and then this.
Honestly, I kind of feel like even if we're going to get a relief bounce, you probably still take the stops of everybody playing for the relief bounce over the last week.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to put lower lows in on indices. Or on majors.
Like, I think it's more likely a relief bounce comes from like 2,200 ETH.
22. Yeah.
2,300.
Yeah. VIX is loading up like in 2025 before April. That's crazy, actually. The levels are the same. Look at that. Look at this. I mean, there's just no way to predict like that, but like the levels are the same. Send it to 27, pull it back to 16, and then rip it with this just like, I'd say if you break below like 16 on the VIX, it's cooked though.
I think if you break below like 16, for one, I don't really expect it to go below 16, but if you're like trading down there, then I think you're just going to pit roll rather than bleed.
Pit roll.
Pit roll.
It's been a while since I've heard pit roll.
No, I think you would just pit roll in that case,
I
and
guess
then it's a
will.
problem in like it's a problem for like January or February at that point.
Yeah.
They are destroying the VIX, man. I didn't even realize how much it was down today.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy given what how much Nvidia sold off yesterday.
Yeah. There's a new Chad in town, and his name is Google.
Yeah. I wonder what like Google video looks like. Oh god.
Alphabet or whatever.
Which is, by the way, interesting because like a few months ago, people were like, Google is finished. Everyone uses ChatGPT. You know, who's going to use Google?
Oh,
ChatGPT now uses Google instead of NVIDIA.
Chad GPT.
Yeah.
Not much of a chat anymore. It's just GPT.
A lot of room to the upside on this chart.
I mean, that looks like kind of a textbook accumulation bottom, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, at least ooh.
Man, that looks like the Bitcoin top.
Yeah, that looks like last cycle's Bitcoin top, doesn't it? I mean, it's a good thing that I only own Google and Nvidia, and I don't own any crypto or anything. It's great news for me.
Yeah.
I invested in the future of finance and currency. Crypto.
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 Don't worry, we'll have our time in
Never
this.
sell.
Never mind.
You know what is unable, like literally unable to be green or see green candles?
What?
MicroStrategy.
There will not be a green candle.
No green candles ever again.
No green
Remember,
allowed.
no pumps. I will say this though, if there was going to be a bounce, it like genuinely needs to be from here. Otherwise, I don't know where it's going to bounce.
Yeah.
I'm legitimately surprised that this is not sold off like more violently. I know it like the chart. How can you say that when you look at the chart?
Yeah, I was going to say, hang on a second. That looks pretty violent to me.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's more like from a forced sell. It's still been like pretty much just a bleed down rather than a gap down. I think is more so what I mean. Like the way up was more violent than the way down.
I mean, fair, but it also went from like 440 down to like, what is that? 170
70. Yeah.
pretty quickly.
I mean, if it's gonna bounce from anywhere, it's gonna be right here.
Remember, guys, MicroStrategy is fine at any Bitcoin price. They can't be liquidated. Don't worry about the stock price. You have twice as much Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
What is MicroStrategy's break even again? 74?
Yeah, I think 74.
That's nuts, man.
Which I think gets tested, honestly. I don't think there's any way it doesn't. I really don't. I think you're gonna hit this line.
Tuckernachi.
Yeah, you're gonna hit this line, man. Between there and there. This is the This is our zone. Get rid of the magnet.
Yeah, if we got a reaction there, I'd probably start to like buy some altcoins for a bounce.
74 up to 77. That's what I'd like to see hit.
Do we think? Are we worried that it's kind of consensus that we're gonna take out that low,
What low?
April
I
low?
don't- I don't think it's a consensus.
I don't either, bro. I think consensus is we go immediately back to all-time highs.
What?
I think
Dude, you're following
no,
different
no.
people than me. Both of you guys.
I think consensus is bounce, like the 2021 fractal. I think that's the
Yeah.
consensus.
I think consensus is like dead cat bounce into like 98 or 100K, and then everybody can sell it, and then we go into a bear market.
Yeah, I think that is the consensus.
Yeah.
What's the consensus is definitely not go to new all-time highs from here, but it's also not going straight sub below the April low.
So you're in the crab camp, Jackus?
I'm in the. I think it should roll over to new lows.
Yes.
Like I was previously on the bounce side, but given how many people I've seen, talking about it now, makes me not believe it anymore.
The Fedor.
Always fading.
Always contrarian.
Do you think we could bounce up to like 105 and like give a really solid underside retest of that supply? Or do we think it's just kind of more shallow and then roll over?
No, I don't think. I think if you get back above 100K, like you're probably back in a big way.
I'm in the shallow bounce camp if we get one. Just because
feel like
I think
we've gotten one.
Well, yeah, I mean, like if we get a reaction at that green box that you've drawn out, then I think that it makes sense to play for a bounce. But I think it will be probably a little bit, and it's probably going to be shallower than people expect if we get one, just because I mean, when we look at the supply above 100K for Bitcoin, like it's all the treasury companies.
That is the most concerning part to me, Tommy.
Have you looked at like
it's not little guys, it's big guys that I'm pretty sure will puke even harder than the little guys. But
Tom Brady's average like right here or something?
Oh my God.
I'm not even kidding. It's like 39 something.
yeah, it is. I saw that yesterday. Someone was talking about it. It's not
The
good.
fact that your average on ETH is up there is insane.
Like sailor level buying.
What have you been doing down here? Like,
we do a little top blasting for the culture.
you just buy every deviation. Like that's incredible stuff out of Tom. Where's the damn fractal tool? I mean, you guys realize how clean this has been, like
The B wall.
Tommy, I know you don't think we're running 2021, but we have been.
Man, I think if we get a bounce, it's not going to be as long as that range was.
Yeah.
No, that would be till February. Well, this basically implies that you're gonna have a Santa rally. Like that's, I guess, a little bit more than that, but yeah. What does the D-ball say, Jackus? I'm pretty sure when it's going down, it's bad for crypto. It's not like the VIX.
No. Use the BitMEX one on 24 hours. No. B like Bitcoin.
Oh, D-ball. I thought it was D-ball. 24-hour. Damn it. I guess it bottomed and started going up. Bitcoin went down.
Yeah, it's a volatility index like Wix.
But it's not exactly like the VIX, right? Like,
Well, you're on a weekly, so I think you need to scale down on the daily on the left side.
yeah, I can go daily.
So like when you get volatility, the the B-wall spikes. When there's no volatility, B-wall is down.
Usually has a lot to do with the skew. I don't really know that much about like the positioning for the market into the end of the year, other than that some guy put on like this massive iron condor, which I barely understand.
I saw that. I saw that. The Iron Condor.
Hold on, let me change my name to Iron Condor Analyst.
Literally can't lose.
As long
That's
as we stay under this price and above this price, I win no matter what. Congratulations. It's great.
and you're buying a call and buying a put and selling a call and selling a put. So you literally are
You're hedged either way. So even
Yeah.
if it doesn't go within my limits and it goes above or below, I still don't lose that much. It's not that bad. Like, dude,
It's
shut
the
up.
ultimate hedgor.
The ultimate
Final
dweeb. There's no bigger dweeb move than being an iron condor guy. Like, just buy or sell something, bro. Like,
It's just the ultimate. I have no idea what's gonna happen.
Look, man, just directionally punt. It's not that hard.
I mean, dude, it's the Giga Chad directional punter or the dweeb iron condor guy. You decide.
Tommy, do you have a 1984 Japan Nick fractal?
Of course he does. What kind of question is that?
Yeah.
1984. What was happening in Japan in 1984? Hold on, let me recall.
You should know this, Tommy.
Yeah, Tom, you should know this. You should be quicker. And Tucker, you should know. Did they liquidate themselves or
Yeah, they're gonna do it again.
you missed that one time?
I can't believe that I didn't realize they'd liquidate themselves.
I'm shorting on Kraken Pro. Doesn't care if it goes up
Sleeps
or
at
down.
night.
Yeah, sleeps at night. That's how you know, man, is when somebody sleeps at night.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Fractal is Tommy's wallpaper. Look, the rabbit hole goes deep. That's all I'm gonna say.
Whoa, look at that volatility.
Double check my margin ratio.
My next funding rate is positive 0.00001%.
Breaks up trade into 6 limit orders. Desire to lock in hundreds of tiny losses. How's Manad doing? Do we have a good chart on that?
Back to levels not seen since the pre-market.
Do we have like a crypto chart for it?
All
I
the
think this
exchange
is gonna
charts
be
I was
one.
looking at yesterday were like choppy, illiquid.
Well, this
I don't
was
know where to-
all pre-market, so that wasn't launched yet. And this was the launch, obviously.
To every hedger, there is a chat that sees higher highs and higher lows and market buys. Wakes up to new all-time highs. That's the equities chat. He just eats pizza. buys Nvidia dip and wakes up to new all-time highs, and then you are right there, constantly stopped out, spends countless hours refining algos in disbelief after a 2% move, uses 17 different indicators on a chart, and it's still wrecked.
Helps on tech nets is insane. The test net war.
Constantly stopped out. It's just in disbelief after a 2% move. Just
I feel like if we get a bounce, Monad will perform pretty well, but I think if you're rejecting here, it might run back the XPL.
What, the bleed to zero?
Yeah, I mean, that's what most of these new coins are doing. But I will say, like, again, if we get a bounce here, then I think it's going to be one of the best performers in the market.
I agree.
The circulating market cap is actually somewhat digestible on this. It's only, what, 400 million right now? I mean, the FDV is like 10 times that, but
Yeah.
we got to see how much motion these VCs have.
Well, apparently they didn't use the dimension staking model, so that's a bonus. Yeah.
You know that's been pumping really hard lately.
Are you serious?
Okay, it got turbo solded too, but it was good for a day.
Scam pump for a day.
Unfortunately, Anon, if you didn't net worth long the coin that was down 99.9%, then you're just not going to make it.
There is always going to be some people like, oh, you didn't see this pump coming. Look, I caught it. Breaks up with a max C futures long with $1 PNL size.
I don't even want to say their name, but somebody just got turbo exposed for doing that. And just like, taking like $1 positions. It was like on Hyperliquid, I think. And they were able to like reverse engineer their ref link to like figure out what their account actually was, like their wallet, somehow, some way. And they just exposed this person for just grifting so hard.
Was that like a month or so ago?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, she got exposed really hard.
That was funny.
She did.
It's your only hint.
You're assuming it's a she on crypto Twitter.
No,
The funny thing is you're actually probably right that it's not actually a she. But
yeah.
What if it's it? What if it's T-Rex?
Not
What if it's a gibbon?
A what?
A gibbon
What's a gibbon?
identifies as a gibbon. You don't know what's gibbon?
No. Is that what it is?
Yeah, the monkey. Gibbon.
probably could be. Yeah.
I think this is maybe like the worst performing coin though of the bull run, in all seriousness.
Probably.
It's honestly impressive.
Mm.
Did you guys see Ben Pasternak is launching some new venture?
Jesus Christ. Also, Tia. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Tommy, there might be a competitor.
Well, at least you got a pump.
I did not think it was going to go below this little thing.
See, here's my problem, man, with Monad is that despite the hype, despite the promises, despite it being an L1, despite all I've seen this cycle, besides Hyperliquid, from memory, is every new like hot project just gets jeeted into oblivion.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. So everyone's like, "Are you buying Monad?" And I'm like, I don't know if I can. Like, I don't trust any of this shit right now. everybody's a grifting criminal that just dumps on everybody else. Like, I just can't. I don't know. I don't trust it. Maybe I'm wrong for that, but like, I'm so skeptical of anything that has this much like hype surrounding fundamentals. You know, I've seen it work like 1 out of 1,000 times this cycle.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think you're right to be skeptical. We've talked all cycle about how extractive these VC tokens have been after launch. I guess we'll see. Again, I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. I think it's going to come down to whether or not these VCs have motion. Can they pump the token still, or did everybody just die on October 10th and they don't have any ability to pump these things anymore?
Everyone died.
Bring back Chamath.
I mean, I think you've just shifted into a downtrend on hype pretty clearly. Like, you get a pretty easily identifiable uptrend, and now that is shifted. So I think you'd have to get back above like $40 to talk about higher. Like, this might be a slam short, low key. But
I can't see it. There it is. Yeah.
be an absolute slam short potentially.
Tucker and Tommy, what do you guys think about this? You guys are both very knowledgeable in football.
Okay, not financial advice. I like Lions under 25.5 team total. Okay. I don't want to take Lions are probably going to win. The home team wins like 80% of the games at home on Thanksgiving. So actually, yeah, I don't hate the -2.5, but the Lions consistently underperform on Thanksgiving, actually, in terms of scoring. So I like under 25.5 on the Lions.
The fact
Tommy?
that you knew all that from memory is pretty impressive.
Well, I've been digging into it recently.
I kind of feel like the Lions need this one more than the Packers do. Just given how competitive the NFC race is right now. But, at the same time, I've been kind of like waiting for this Packers team to get their shit together because they're obviously very talented. I don't know. I mean, that one's kind of like a total toss-up to me. But I think you, like Tucker said, you do kind of have to like side with the home team in this case. And I do think the Lions need this win more than the Packers do.
Well, the tougher one is the Cowboys-Chiefs game, right? Because the Cowboys are at home, right? Home team usually wins on Thanksgiving. Cowboys usually outperform in scoring on Thanksgiving. They usually score like 30-something.
Have you seen the home stats in a dome, Tucker?
No, I haven't.
They're insane.
Yeah, that's my point. Like, I'm not fading Mahomes here to like bet on the Cowboys, So like, I don't know. Tough. And then you got the Ravens playing the Bengals, which I think is a pretty easy Ravens -7 slammer, honestly. Tommy, you should get on that.
Man, the Ravens are bad, though. Like, they almost lost last week to
the Bengals are bad.
That's true. But the Bengals have been playing better ball with Flacco.
No Jamar, right?
Is he still suspended?
I think so.
Jeez. At least we got 3 good games. I mean, I can't remember a Thanksgiving slate where every game was actually pretty compelling.
Yeah, I love that the Chiefs are playing on Thanksgiving. That's great. It's good stuff.
Burrow is back.
Because betting.
I might have to pick the Ravens then. I'm kind of a Joe Burrow hater.
Dude, Jack is.
Jackus, we should have Champions League on later today.
We should. We should. Because Champions League. Are you rooting for someone? Someone specific?
In the Champions League? No. I mean, obviously Madrid, but I mean, any other game. I got to see Barca get their get rocked yesterday. That was pretty good.
Like when your team wins, that's awesome. But when your opponent loses, that's even better.
I hear that song in my dreams.
Champion. Listen, that's the best sports music ever created, by the way.
I agree.
What is?
The Champions League theme song. It's like
Tom,
5 or
have
6
you-
different languages.
Like, listen, your cat listens to that and she wakes up a lion.
Have you never heard the Sunday Night Football theme song? Because you need to study it.
That's true. That is an exceptional song.
It's an exceptional banger. Yeah.
Hype is so hard to short because of the buybacks, man.
Yeah.
And then one day they'll just stop doing them and it'll drop like a rock. Like what
Well,
happened?
isn't there unlocks?
Yeah.
Isn't there giant unlocks like tomorrow or something?
29th.
Yeah. Which obviously they're trying to pump it into unlocks a little bit.
Got to hold it up.
Yeah, but I'm only bullish if you recover like 39, 40.
I think if we get like a real relief rally for crypto, hype can surprise people with how high it goes.
Like, you could pretty easily be like right here. Yeah. It looks pretty similar to me.
God, that nickname for Arsenal is so good. In the comments. Soccer banter is just so good, man.
Are we bottom, Max?
I think we could be really close to a bottom. But I'm not in the camp of like V recovery. I'm more in the camp of like we have to build some sort of like reaccumulation down here, which could take months. I'm more than happy to be wrong on that. Like I would love a V recovery, but see, that doesn't seem like the range low to me. I think that's an important level.
But yeah, your range low is up here.
Yeah, exactly. So I just kind of view this as like, I mean, we could literally rally like 100% from here, and I would argue still like have work to do, you know. I think a lot of people are wanting to buy like a sweep of that wick. I don't know if you're going to get it or not. But I also think that like shorting and being fully risk off down here on something that's already down, what, 85, 90%. I think that's also very dangerous. Like for me, I'm just kind of in like the wait for signs of reaccumulation ending to like really start bull posting aggressively again. But I think a lot of these coins are already just like, I think they're bottomed out. I'm gonna post some analysis or thoughts on this either next Monday for 10-minute max, or if I find the time to do like a thread today on X, I'll do it. But let me like explain it in Andy terms for you guys, because it's a little easier to track. It doesn't have all the big centralized exchange listings. So if you were to look at Andy on BB Terminal or Dex Screener, you should obviously use BB Terminal as the premier on-chain aggregator. But either way, if you're looking at something like Andy, and I'm just cherry picking Andy because it's my bags, right? You could look at whatever you want and make the same determination, or look at it and evaluate it the same way. Andy's market cap right now is like, let's just say 15 million. It's somewhere around there. The on-chain liquidity, the LP, is 1.7 million right now. So that means there's like a 12% on-chain liquidity to market cap ratio. So think about it like this. If somebody holds 1% of Andy, which is a huge holder, right? They own 1/100th of the project. They own 1% of all the supply. They have about 140K, 150K in the project right now. There's 1.7 million of on-chain liquidity. If they full stack cheated their entire position right now, 140, 150K into 1.7 million of on-chain liquidity, that's like 10%, right? They would consume about 10% of the on-chain liquidity. Now, I will refresh your memories. When Andy was at 400 million, its all-time high, the on-chain liquidity was like 5.5 million. That's like 1.2, 1.3%. So right now, the Andy on-chain liquidity to market cap ratio is like 12%. At its all-time high, it was a tenth of that. Okay. So that right there is why we're setting a floor early. You can have large holders panic sell right here, and their bags are so small and inconsequential relative to the on-chain liquidity that's how a floor is formed. Like, that's the actual metric that determines where a floor is. When your large holders or people selling simply don't have enough ammunition to actually impact the price materially anymore. But it becomes a house of cards for everything when it pumps too quick and there's not enough liquidity to absorb any selling. So just understand, like, I'm looking at a lot of these projects that are between 8 to 15% on-chain liquidity to market cap ratio, and saying the floor is in. Like, we are not going to see materially lower prices. They're down -90 to -98%, and their on-chain liquidity to market cap ratio is over 10%. They're not going to move down much more. You could have somebody that owns 1% of Pepe full stack G'd it down here, and it would move down, but not that much. Wouldn't really move down that much. So I'll post some more analysis on this later, but like, when people want to understand why a floor gets set at a certain level, it all has to do with liquidity to market cap ratio, which really, in short, is just price impact of people that are potentially selling. So I think Pepe, for example, it's more nuanced because it has, like, you know, Binance list, it's listed everywhere, right? So it's harder to track like the true like liquidity depth, but you're getting into levels that are incredibly attractive. So you have to make the assumption, okay, is the project going to be around? Is it going to continue to be speculated on? Yes. In my opinion, yes. If that is the case, these are levels that will be looked back upon as accumulation levels. Maybe we go a little bit lower. Maybe we chop here for months. I don't really know. I'll let you know later. But I'm telling you, the metrics that I watch to determine what the probabilities of a floor being put in are for all of my bags, and a lot of bags that are not my bags. Good projects, though. Things that were highly speculated on and really well managed during froth, coming into levels that are incredible value. But I will post more analysis on that later as to why I think certain projects are already floored out and some of them maybe still have a little bit to go. I'll let you know when I have time to do it. I don't know. I've been a little uninspired to tweet lately because, like, I don't know. I feel like I like post something and then someone's just like, "You're an idiot." And I'm like, "Cool, thanks," you know. It's not like I shorted the entire move down here, but that's okay. I'll post something later.
Max, don't feel bad about it. Somebody in my mentions this morning was like, "You've been wrong about a lot lately. You should take a break." And I'm like, "Where have you been, man?"
It's just so ridiculous. And it's like, bro, I remember, Tommy, when you called the top on Soul ETH, man. That was my favorite example, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you call the top and then there's like a dead cat bounce for a second and someone's like, Tommy's such a giga fade, you know. It's like, you literally, like, I don't know. People don't watch, they judge too quickly and they don't watch close enough to make like very accurate, I don't know, like reviews. It's just,
You said it before, Max. The problem is that anyone on the internet can even make a troll account and come to your page and hate. And
yeah.
those are unfortunately like too visible to the content creators. And while at the same time there is like a majority of people, from my experience, most people enjoy your content. They just never really like or
They don't say anything. They just look,
comments.
you know.
They just appreciate it in silence. But you as a content creator don't, you only see the trolls mostly. And
Yeah.
the trolls are like twice or three times as visible as like regular comments. So, and
You
yeah,
know,
that
and the
then
crazy part too is like, I think if you own like a brick and mortar store and like some like crazy guy lunatic came into your business and just started like swearing and freaking out, like all the customers in the store would be like, what is going on? This guy's insane. Call the police, like get him arrested. But on Twitter, it's like some guy comes and freaks out and calls you all these names and like, you know, tries to ruin your reputation. It's like, he's so brave. He's exposing them. He's so brave. And it's like, bro, there's just no incentive to like want to be like, that shouldn't be allowed, man. Like, that just, people, like, you just shouldn't be able to say whatever you want without any consequences, and you shouldn't be able to say whatever you want and it's like wrong, you know. It's crazy. It's so weird, bro. So I like doing YouTube because then I can just come on and like talk and we have a lot more control over like our environment, as we should, because it's our, like, this is our business. I don't think people even realize that like Twitter is our business, like YouTube is our business, you know. It's like, this is our storefront. And I don't think people like really understand that. And like, we have a lot more control over our environment on YouTube, but on X, it's just complete chaos. Like, it is utter chaos, you know. And I don't like that people can just come into our storefront and like smash plates and freak out and curse out our employees and stuff. Like, yeah, it's not exactly the part of town I want to have my business in, you know. But I don't know the solution to it. But I want to share more stuff. It's just like, I don't want to, like, I want to have control over my storefront, you know, rather than having like the cracked out homeless guy out front, like making noise, scaring off customers, you know. It's weird, man. I don't want that.
I think you would trade better, but at the same time, you wouldn't get to know all the tools. So like it can be really helpful when you are starting, but then it becomes, the opposite. Or like it really depends how you structure your feed too. But yeah, there is really not much incentive for content creators to be there. The only incentive to be on X is that there is no better alternative, really.
What about Blue Sky Jackets? Whatever the
What?
hell. Have you heard of Truth Social?
That's the Trump.
Yeah, I don't even know.
It's just kind of something we have to deal with, you know. Like, and I will say this, like, Twitter has been good to me in the sense that like I've built a following and like it's, you know, I met you guys from Twitter more or less, you know. Like, I owe a lot to Twitter. It's just kind of like Man, you know what my favorite, like I would love to do this. This would be my dream on something like X, is more control over my storefront where like only, for example, like I think there should be an option where you have to like, okay, there should be an option. It shouldn't be a absolutely necessary thing, but I would love to put in like a protocol for who can view my content. If you want to view my tweets, you have to have like a government issued ID linked to your account. So if you just come and like start threatening to kill me, like you're going to get reported. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to I don't want a bunch of random Anon accounts like just like freaking out in the comments, you know, like account created 3 minutes ago and it's like you're an idiot. It's like, okay, you're not a real account, you know, like you're not here to engage. Like I would like for that to be the case where like I have more control over who sees what I post, you know, like some filter in a way. Or like if you want to participate and like be in my storefront, you have to follow a certain set of rules rather than it just being like absolute chaos, you know?
Yeah, but if you're gonna make your account private, then you don't grow.
Yeah, like I want to grow, but I want like serious people to follow me, not just like a bunch of complete like unhinged people, you know? Like I want people that are like taking it seriously or like actually being themselves on X to be able to like see my content, right? Like I'd want it to be public, but only public for people that are like themselves, you know, or like being authentic. And you know, I don't know the best way to go about it, but yeah, I mean, I'm not even on LinkedIn, but I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Just kind of talking out loud. There's no like real solution. It's just like I just think about like tweeting sometimes and I'm like, nah.
I feel you.
Absolutely not. Like now I have to just like sit here for the next 8 hours and let comments come in, you know? Like, nah, I'm good.
From my point of view, what I absolutely hate about Twitter is that like I have some idea about something or even a meme and I'll post it and you know it will get like 200 300 likes, sometimes like 100, doesn't matter, like, and you're kind of stuck in there because since Elon took over, it's just, you know, algo changed and you're stuck there and you cannot do anything. And then I'll see like one day later or sometimes later, I'll see someone post either, you know, an identical opinion or on the market or the same meme, and it will get like 2,000 likes, and I'm like, what can you do, man?
Yeah.
And then there is that problem with the comments, and it's like, but there is still no better alternative, so you're stuck.
We could do OnlyFans. Yeah, that could be a good option. But it's like private charts instead of human body.
Oh god.
Only crypto.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if we started like an OnlyFans, but we didn't? We just posted videos of us doing TA. You know, we try to like reinvent OnlyFans for like crypto guys.
I think they sort of did it with Stars Arena.
Bitcoin making a nice little move, huh? Are we back, boys?
Oh.
Are we back in a huge way?
No. Not yet.
Nah.
Nah.
The price will be 88,888 soon.
That's
Yeah.
real. It's coming.
What if that was the biggest shakeout of all time? We just rip from here straight up in a straight line, no pullbacks, and we all giga make it. What if?
Be epic.
It probably won't happen, but yeah.
It probably won't happen. But...
Nah. Nice move though.
Let's watch it on the 5-second.
I do think it's possible that we could at some point retest the yearly open soon. I think that's going to be a pretty important level, especially as we get into the end of the year. The yearly open is like 93.5, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we have more or less a month left until the close. I think that's going to be a level that's really fought over.
Come on, baby. Come on. Boom.
Tucker, you need my footprint indicator,
is
man.
a
It's way better.
You didn't see the pump coming in on?
The 5-second footprint chart.
You didn't see?
You didn't see the clear accumulation down there?
Couldn't have been more obvious.
Could not.
I mean, what am I looking at, dude? ETH is above 3K. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What happened? Was there news? What was the news?
The news was
Bitcoin, bro.
IWM is ripping.
On any given day, it needs no reason.
Yeah, but something happened for sure, bro.
I think it's just a short unwind, honestly.
All right, that's enough volume footprint. Oh, clear distribution. It's over. 5-second. Up, deviation. Up. Here it goes. It's done. It's a nice move while it lasted. Should we take a micro scalp? Hold on.
More
Yeah.
R's. More R's.
No. No.
Oh, he got him. Wow.
We're gone.
Wait, SBR? Is there news? Someone just said SBR.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Let's confirm.
What's the news?
I don't think there's any news.
I don't see anything.
I think he was just speculating when he said
Oh.
SBR.
I was like, that'd actually be crazy if the US was like, we are actively buying Bitcoin. But
Texas bought Bitcoin. But that was a few days ago.
Put on the 5-second chart. Oh my God! If you held that, you would be break even.
I held that short, yeah.
run his stops and then nuke it.
Run the stop of the last remaining plebe.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Would you long here, Anon?
On the top. Damn, that oh. I'd say that short would be in profit, but no. If the White House Twitter actually posted that we are buying Bitcoin, what price do you think it would teleport to?
Depends how much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I remember they announced the strategic Bitcoin reserve. The price pumped and then it dumped immediately after.
Yeah, like I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's it. I don't even think them. Yeah, I don't think it's enough.
Like even if aliens just visited the Earth and said the first thing they would say is, "Hey, we are buying Bitcoin," the price would just like drop probably.
I think if they said no tax on crypto for America,
Yeah. Oh, it's over.
That would be bullish.
Yeah.
That would be bullish.
We would melt if that happened. But
110 in like an hour.
Could we do that retroactively?
I'm gonna send it higher.
Did I miss the bottom? We're going back to all-time highs. I have to long here now.
I mean, ETH putting in a nice candle for sure.
What's ETH BTC doing?
Oh, it's got to be up, right?
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
a little bit.
Honestly, the downtrend on ETH BTC has been very controlled.
It's about to get uncontrolled.
We're back to just doing the perpetual bleed pattern. Only this time with less volatility, so it's way worse. At least ETH was a great trade over the summer. Unfortunately, it was just ETH.
Mm-hmm.
JP Morgan launching Bitcoin bonds. I think that's cool and will be bullish eventually. You know, it's hard for it to be like a bullish catalyst at these current prices, but like you're basically allowing for more Bitcoin to be used as collateral, which we've talked about, like coin margin and how important that is to alt season and really like parabolic Bitcoin price action. But I almost wonder, you know, if we're rolling out Bitcoin bonds, they're going to want the volatility to be a little bit lower. So once this new bull market that we're in for Bitcoin bull ends, you're just going to want to be a filthy vol seller forever.
I think they're clearing out the last of the shorts.
I could tell by the way they were trading it on a lower time frame yesterday that they were probably going to squeeze the highs again. Like if you look at the way Bitcoin was trading yesterday, the dips were all like very sharp, and I think just a result of bids getting filled, pushing the price up. The people want to know, Tucker. I don't think he was here at the start of the show.
Who? Hmm?
We're
Oh,
asking about the turducken.
yeah, it's done. It's all wrapped up. It just needs to go. I'm gonna put it in the oven tomorrow, at like 10 a.m. probably. It's gonna cook at 350 for like 4.5 hours, and then it'll be done. But it's all. I had to get the butcher's twine out, tie that shit up. It was a whole thing. Frank's OG doesn't know what a turducken is. All right, hold on, brother. Hold on. I'll educate you real quick. Yeah, That's a good pick. Now, like I said, this isn't quite what mine looks like. Mine's a little uglier than this, but study this.
Real American shit.
Yeah.
All right, that's probably a good spot for us to wrap the stream up, though. This was our pre-Thanksgiving market check, guys. We will not be live tomorrow, obviously, or Friday, as we have the holidays. Spend some time with your family. Maybe you get away from the charts, maybe you don't. Regardless, nobody's going to judge you for it. But yeah, have a great Thanksgiving, guys. Thank you for tuning in to Market Check. A reminder that we do these shows typically Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, whenever the New York Stock Exchange is open, and a typical start time around 11:15 to 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to catch us again, the next time to do that will be next week. And the same is true for Market. We might have a Market Talk this afternoon, actually, but Market Talk is our other show, which is an X Spaces that runs throughout the week, hosted by our Because Bitcoin account, as well as King Wabi. So make sure to stay following and subscribe to both of those so you can be notified, not just when we schedule those spaces ahead of time, but of course also when we go live. Yeah, that's it from us, guys. We hope you have a great Thanksgiving, a great rest of your week, and we will be back on Monday bright and early to tackle whatever this market throws at us. But thanks again, guys, and of course, as always, stay safe.
Tired of outdated trading tools, confused charts, dozens of tabs, endless stress? You're not alone. Introducing BB Terminal, your all-in-one command center for crypto trading. Track your portfolio, monitor the markets, stay ahead, all in one place. From chaos to clarity, from struggle to success. BB Terminal.